So one bad review can really wreck your business, and Google just doesn't care. I spoke with a business owner who was thriving last year and his customers were happy, and then bam, a 1-star review out of nowhere, and he didn't even know the person. Does that sound familiar for you? Well, I'm going to look at why fake reviews happen, 10 ways to spot them, how you can protect your business, and then some bonus tips at the end as well that you won't want to miss. So why do fake reviews happen? Well, online reviews are today's word of mouth. It's how you get reputation for a business. And it's estimated that 10% of reviews out there are fake. But why? Well, because the impact and perception of reviews can make or break your business, and competitors know that too. A dishonest competitor can ruin your reputation by adding lots of 1-star reviews to your business. And of course, they can boost their own as well by adding their own fake 5-star reviews. And what about removing them? Is that possible? Well, it's not easy. And that's why spotting them in the first place is important so you don't get damage. So, 10 ways to spot a fake review. Here's how I identify fake reviews. First of all, number 1, few reviews. When you look at the person's profile, do they just have 1 or 2 reviews? Are they from over the other side of the world? Well, those types of things will give you a red flag. Number 2, account. When was it created? Was it created the same day as the review was given? Well, beware of that too. Number 3, unfamiliar name. I mean, if you don't recognise the person as a customer and you go through your invoicing records and it just doesn't tally, then maybe it's not a real customer. Number 4, generic praise or criticism. When reviews say amazing service or terrible experience and there's no specifics, it's probably a fake review. Real reviews generally mention more things about the service or the product. Number 5, no personalisation. Genuine customers often mention staff or products. They mention it by names. So if there's no names, it could be fake. Number 6, suspicious timing. You suddenly notice a sudden flood of reviews coming in all at once, all negative or all positive. That could signal attack from your competitor. Number 7, no profile photo. Have you seen how you just get a letter and it's then just in a coloured circle? Well, that could be another red flag. It's not saying all of those, but just the fact is they couldn't even be bothered to add their own photo to identify the review. It could be that that's another red flag. Number 8, repeated phrases. You just see the same phrases multiple times. So when you go to their profile, just have a look and see, are they saying and copying and pasting the same old thing as they then go and target other businesses? Number 9, no response to follow-up. If you do get around to replying to this negative review, then you may not get a response. That may in itself prove it's not legitimate. And number 10, either 1 or 5-star reviews. You'll find that with most fake reviews, they're extreme. There's no real middle ground, especially if there's an overall trend of all 5 stars or all 1 stars. That normally raises suspicion. I've got a picture here that says reviews aren't verified. And it's true that very few reviews get verified by Google. And that's a shame because we know eBay does verify their reviews. Now, if there are a few reviews, then click the reviewer's profile and just see what their 1 or 2 reviews are about. What about different ways to deal with fake reviews? Well, I found a few ways to deal with it. The first way is the old way. You just go to the review and you flag it. So you'll see 3 dots next to the review. You just then use the report review button, and then you then choose the reason why you're reporting the review. So it could be off topic, spam, conflict of interest, profanity, bullying or harassment, discrimination, hate speech, personal information, or just not helpful. The second new way is a link that I've put in this email, and it will just show you again, you can go to Google Business Support and there you can report it, and again with all those things that we mentioned, profanity, conflict of interest and so on. So there's a bonus here, 3 little bonus tips and tricks I just wanted to include in the email. And the first one is just bearing in mind that when it comes to deciding how to deal with negative reviews, one of the ways you can deal with it is just to outnumber it. So bonus number one is the best defense against fake reviews is to get more genuine ones. If you can't get rid of the review, just get lots of encouraged, satisfied customers to these positive reviews. Having an average of 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 is actually better than 5.0 according to Google because it's more genuine, more authentic. So I have a workshop that will skyrocket your reviews. I've put a link to those that have the email. So make sure you head on to that or zanet.co.uk and you'll see the workshop there. Bonus number 2 and number 3. These are my favourite bonuses. Really the best way to deal with finding out more about a fake review is these 2 little tricks. So what you do is you go to the thumbnail that's normally very, very small, hard to see who it is even. And if there's a photo there, right click that photo and then on the right click if you're using Windows, and it'll be similar if you're using a Mac, on the right click you should get an option that shows that you can open it in a new window, a new browser window. So I'm using Chrome. Now this trick then means you can enlarge the image because if you go to the URL, you'll normally see in the string of the URL, so this is at the top where you put the address, the web address, you'll notice this image has the words S equals W60 minus H60. What this is doing is telling the browser window to show the image at 60 by 60 pixels. Now you can easily change that. If you make it W600 minus H600, so just add 2 zeros, you'll now see the image is 600 by 600. So now you can really see clearly who that person is and maybe you'll recognize them as being a genuine customer. Now the next trick is if you're still not sure who it is, then trick number 3 is if you right click it again and you can choose use Google Lens if you're in the Chrome browser. And then if you then search that image, that large image, you'll see whether it comes up as stock photography or if it's been stolen off someone else's profile, because there it will show you all other occurrences of that image. And I've often found that's how I found fake reviews. It's because they're noticeable, because you find them that they're not really the people they're claiming to be. They've just taken this stock photography and used it as a profile. So that's the end of this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you get my email. Make sure you continue to follow me on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next week.